Hello, YouTubers. It is now that time of year when livestock waterers like to freeze up at night, so I found a deal online where you can make your own fairly cheap for less than the price of one of those that you buy at your local farming supply store. Got a few items. Most of the stuff I got on Amazon, some of the stuff I got at the auto parts store I work at, and the bucket I just had on hand. So this is what you need to make this. Of course, you need a 5-gallon bucket. You're going to need a small fountain pump. I got this guy at Harbor Freight. I think like $8. These two items I got on Amazon. You need a Tetra. This is an HT10. It's a 50-watt fish tank heater. I have a thermal cube, thermostatically controlled outlet, which does have 2 plugs on it because one of the both will be used for one for the heater, one for the pump. This is optional but recommended. I got some zip ties, some glue. You can also use super glue or silicone, and you need horizontal poultry nipples. You can get these on Amazon. I think I got like a pack of 10 for like $9. And the tools you're going to need, you're going to need a drill. You're going to need about a 3/8 drill bit. I'm using a step bit. This goes in I want to say 30 seconds increments. So I got one of those. You're going to need a tape measure and something to mark your measurements with. Okay, so we'll come back in a second. We'll get this thing underway. Alright, I got the bucket tilted on its side. So what I'm going to do with this particular one is, if you notice, it's got 6 little points on the bottom here. Basically what I'm doing is tracing my mark to each one of those points and just putting a mark there. So that would be step 1. This is purely optional. You can put 1 nipple on it, you can put 4, you can put all 10 on there if you want to. I'm just going to put 6 on there. So let's go with step 2. I got these marked. We'll be right back with step 2. Now for step 2, I don't know if I can get a light in here. I got the pump inside the bucket. And the reason why I have that is I want to put a measurement and drill my holes. I kind of already cheated a little bit. I drilled my holes above where this pump is going to sit. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want that pump to remain submerged at all times. And this heater is also going to be lying flat, and I want both these items to remain submerged, because if you put your holes at the bottom of the bucket, chickens obviously are going to drink all your water out, and the pump and the thermometer and the heater will burn up. So you need to keep them submerged underwater. So let me get my little tape measure here. So what I did was at about 3 1/4 inches, I don't know if you can see that, 3 1/4 inches from the bottom, we'll keep both these items submerged. So on the bucket, go ahead and pull this out real quick. On the bucket, because you have this lip down here, I went ahead and added another 1/4 inch to it. So from this lip here to here is 3 1/2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and mark the rest of these at 3 1/2 inches, and we'll go on to the next step. Okay, I got the holes, or I should say the marks already put down on every one. So the next thing to do, get my drill out. I'm going to go ahead and drill the hole, and I already have, I went ahead and marked it at, if you can see it, 13:30 seconds. I took my micrometer out and measured the width of these nipples, and it's 13/32, so that's how big a hole I'm going to drill. Now, if I need to drill any bigger, I can just bump up a step to 7/16, and they should fit perfect. So, see if I can do this and hold the camera at the same time. Okay. Sorry, folks. All right, got one down. I'm going to go ahead and do the other ones, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, got the holes drilled. 13/32 was actually perfect. I actually went to 7/16 on that. It's a little bit big. It's not a huge deal. The next step will be to take some glue. Gorilla Glue is water activated, so it says to activate by slightly getting wet the surface you're going to glue, and then you're going to put some glue on it, and then install your nipples. And when you install these, you need to make sure that this big lip right here, if I can get the whole still, you want the long part to be pointing down. The chickens are going to peck that. A little bit of water is going to get there, and they're going to take a drink out of that. So I'll go ahead and get these glued up and then move on to the next step. All right, I got this step done. Got them all glued. There was a little excess that dripped off. I just went ahead and collected it. So the next step, and I've already done this, pretty simple. You take both the items, take the heater and the pump out. These ones have little suction cups on there. You just go ahead and just stick them on the bottom. Sorry, buddy. I'll try to see if I can get some lighting in here. Just stick them on the bottom. The water's going to help with that. I went ahead and wet both the suction cups. Then I took both the wires and I went ahead and zip tied them together. Then I took a piece of the wire and zip tied it to the handle of the bucket. That's purely optional. That's for more secure reasons. You know, keeps that from flopping back up, I guess. At least that's the theory anyways. So, all we have to do, really, is take these two plugs, plug them into that, and I have a plug already out in the chicken coop that's live, and just plug that into the chicken coop. But make sure before you plug this thing in, make sure, one, it's got water in it, enough to at least cover the pump and the heater, and two, make sure each and every one of these nipples isn't leaking. Now I gotta wait for the glue to dry before I can test it, so that won't be in the video, unfortunately, because the only video editor I have is on this phone, so I'm not gonna keep it paused for like a whole day. A little bit more about this thermal cube. You can get these at Home Depot or Lowe's, I think. Got this on Amazon for like $9. This comes on at 35 degrees Celsius, or Fahrenheit, 2 degrees Celsius. Hello. And it shuts off at 45 degrees. So if the temperature is below 35 degrees, this thing's going to be on. This thing's going to be running constantly, and the chickens will have fresh, clean water that is not an ice cube that they have to peck at. And these nipples here is pretty much, they just peck into that and they get water on demand, so it keeps it cleaner, more sanitized. So that's it. You know, this whole setup probably cost me $30. If you can find it cheaper, if you have these items already lying around, they can be cheaper than that. So, and also on this, I can remove the pump and the heater and use this thing during the summertime. So, hope this helps out. We're gonna come back later on. I might do another video, maybe a month from now or so, and see how well this thing is performing. Thanks for watching. Rate, subscribe, and have a good day.